films with bands in, and it's all a bit happy and a bit, oh, I'm a bit naughty getting into capers. And yours actually was far more realistic, having worked in the industry for a long time.
If you asked a lot of people at that time when that movie came out, that was the kill of our first phase of our career. That's what killed our first phase. If you ask a lot of people, if you ask Dave Hill in the band, he thinks it was the worst thing we ever done at that time. Because it showed the dark side of the record business. Now, when we were offered to make a movie, everybody expected us to make this slapstick, happy-go-lucky, hard day's night, run around.
Like everyone else.
Yeah, a real fast-moving movie, which would probably been a huge success for us. But we didn't want to do that. Especially me and Jim didn't want to do that. And this script came along, The Flame, and we read it, and it wasn't, we liked it, but it wasn't true enough to life, to the reality of what a band is about. So we took the director and the writer. Director was Richard Longcrane, who went on to become a really successful director. This was going to be his first movie, proper movie. And we took him to America with the writer, and they were supposed to be on the road for 6 weeks. And we were going to tell them stories about our experiences, other bands' experiences, so they could put some reality into the script. They lasted, I think, 7 days on the road. And Alan Birkin, who wrote it, he, well, one of them had a nervous breakdown. So we had to send them home. But the 7 days they spent with us, Andrew Birkin, sorry, not Alan Birkin, and the time they spent with us, they managed to get enough material to make Flame the reality of a rock and roll band. So we came back, they revamped the script and we liked it. And then me and Jim set about writing the music for it. And we'd already got some songs that we'd written which we could adapt to the movie, but it's a different thing writing for a movie anyway. And Jim had got this song, well, he got the musical backing. He hadn't actually got the song, he got this musical backing that he had knocking around, a piano riff that he'd had knocking around for years, which eventually became How Does It Feel, which became the theme tune for the movie. I'd had this, what eventually became Far, Far Away knocking around for a long time. So they became the 2 hit songs from the film. And we'd written a whole batch of other stuff that actually had to fit into the movie. Now, none of us at that time have acted. Not 4 of us had never acted before. So we had to get over the fact that we weren't credible actors. So, give it to Andrew Birkin and Richard Longcrane the Jew. They formulated the script after meeting us and spending time with us to play to our strengths, as it were. Dave never read the whole script ever, and he'll admit it now. He'll even admit it. He never wanted us to do the movie anyway in the first place. But he'll admit he only read his scenes. He hadn't got a clue what the movie was about. Not a clue. He'll admit it. He's done it. It's out on DVD now, and I think he even says it on the, you know, the extras on the DVD. He only ever read his scenes. So he hadn't got a clue what the film was about. And funnily enough, it was the real dark side of the music business. And in fact, the last scenes of the movie, where the band split up in the movie, were filmed here at the Grand Hotel on the front. It was probably one of the heaviest things we had to do as a band, especially me and Jim, because we had this huge sort of fallout in the movie, and it was all filmed at the Grand Hotel here. And the movie then came out, and it was shown we had the premiere and everything, and people were shocked by it because they were expecting this comedy movie, and people were scared by this movie that we'd have the cheek to show what was going on behind the scenes in the rock business. And even I remember going down to Top of the Pops and doing a Top of the Pops with one of the songs, and the producer and director of Top of the Pops came down, a guy called Robin Nash. He came down on the floor on the rehearsals early in the morning when we got into the rehearsal, and he'd been to see the movie on the premiere, and he said, "It's a fantastic movie, it's going to kill you. He said, because people don't want to see Slade like that. And in a way, he was right. The critics absolutely fantastic to the movie. The critics absolutely gave us rave reviews. Barry Norman on film 74, 75, whatever it was, he gave us amazing reviews. The critics were amazing. But the fans didn't like it. They didn't like to see us in that sort of frame. Now, it didn't get the credibility at that time. But now, all these years on, it is every year it is voted in the top 5 rock movies ever made. Generally,